let me see if I get this right. Cole is coming in late, taking long lunches, and you've been covering for him?
He always seems angry. He's not focused on the job. Look, I don't like complaining about him or anyone. I just can't keep working with him.
Well, you talked to him?
I thought he was gonna punch me.
You know, I think he's got a lot on his mind, like family, money problems. I don't know. Hey, there he is. Hey, Cole! Coming in.
What's up?
Yeah, come on in. I want to talk to you.
What's going on?
Are you coming in late?
Whoa!
Again? Look, I thought we solved this problem last year. Look, hey, you're a good worker, Cole, but this is,
Wait a minute. Wait,
Okay.
just one minute, okay? I'm late 2 days, and you're in here talking to Bill?
It's been more than a couple of days, man.
Oh, and that's your business exactly how? Because, right, suppose you're gonna write me up now, right?
Whoa. Now, wait a minute. No one said anything about anyone being written up. Just lighten up, man. Come on.
You know that I do my job. Okay, this is just... Yeah? No problem.
Yeah, that went really well.
Look, I'm doing the best I can. All right?
In talking with Jack and Cole, Bill made several errors. Can you list them? A strong supervisor would listen to Jack and let Jack know that he appreciated the information. He would then initiate a private discussion with Cole with specific examples of difficulties on the job. Supervisors will be more effective with troubled employees when they can point to specific issues, along with dates, times, places, and events. It's also important for supervisors to pick the time and place of a performance interview with an employee. Just winging it almost never works out the way you think it will, and may even make the problem worse. Supervisors coach employees more effectively when they avoid talking about personal problems and focus on job performance. When talking about job performance, be sure to make your expectations behavioral, achievable, and measurable. Otherwise, the employee may not know what to change.
So Cole's been late a couple times this week.
Yeah, I know. Jack's been up here asking to work a different shift. I mean, he and Cole got into it so bad last week, I thought I was gonna have to break up a fight.
You know, Bill, this is one of those situations where I think New Directions can help.
The EAP?
The Employee Assistance Program. They have services that match the situation to a T, and they can help us figure out how to best use those services.
That's just counseling, right? I mean, what can a counselor do to keep Cole from getting in late? I mean, he's one angry guy lately. I don't even want to talk to him. And I've actually been giving some assignments that should be his to other guys, and a couple of times I've been called on it.
That's my point. New Directions can help us figure out how to best address Cole and what we could do to help turn his behavior around. Let's give him a call now. You okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great.
New Directions, this is Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. This is Jennifer from H&G Incorporated. I have Bill here with me. He's a supervisor, and we have some questions on how to handle some performance issues.
What's the problem?
Yeah, hi, Lisa. I've got an employee who's coming in late, a lot. He seems really angry, too. I've had some complaints from other guys who work with him, and one guy in particular.
Are you worried about violence?
Well, last week I sort of thought he and this guy were gonna have at it, but no, not like he's gonna show up with a gun or anything. Nothing like that. I just think he's got some things going on in his personal life.
You've got documentation of his problems with work performance? You've talked with him?
Well, no, not really.
Bill, it sounds like you've done a good job taking the first step in handling this problem. We talk about the 5-step process when an employee's performance starts to decline. The first step is recognition. You've noticed something's not right. Now you need to take the second step and document what's going on. Without written records, you have no way to back up your concerns.
So write down when he's late or when he blows up? That's it?
Yes, although you should also document the good things that he does. Do you have any past evaluations that show he's a good worker?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Now that means that you can help him see how his performance has declined. Maybe he's not even aware of how bad things have gotten. When you show him the difference between then and now, you can help understand the problem.
Okay, I can do that, but then what?
Well, the other important thing is to not talk about any personal problems you think he might have. Once you get into personal problems, you can really derail any discussion of performance. You might even end up feeling sorry for him and let his performance slide until you have to take drastic action.
Yeah, I can see that. So I document, but then what?
Well, you'll need to talk to your employee and make sure that he understands the expectations you have for his performance. To help, you have a couple of choices about the EAP. You can remind your employee that we're here to help, and also emphasize the services are confidential. The other option is to make a management referral. As part of a disciplinary action, you can recommend that the employee go to the EAP.
And what if he doesn't?
Well, the consequences for refusing a management referral should be part of your employee policies. Jennifer and you can talk about how best to explain that policy to your employee.
Thanks, Lisa. Bill and I will talk.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Do you have any questions?
Okay, so it sounds like I just need to start documenting more whenever there's any type of incident at all with him. Now, with everything I document, do I need to give you guys a copy?
Yes, definitely keep a copy for yourself. Send me a copy. I'll keep it in the file. I'll look it over. If I have any questions, we'll kind of sit down and kind of go over the conversation. But I think you're doing a great job. You're being proactive, and I think that's the best thing we could do right now.
Anything else you suggest I should do?
Why don't you go ahead and go over the supervisor's manual? If you have any questions, come back in. We'll give Lisa a call, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right?
Good.
We'll
All
get
right,
it done.
thanks.
All right, talk to you soon.
The EAP gives your organization 4 different options for using services. The first, and the one used most, is the self-referral. The employee uses the EAP without the supervisor being involved. The second is the recommendation. In some instances, a supervisor will suggest the EAP for assistance or remind an employee about these services. Next are 2 different types of EAP management referral. With a non-mandatory referral, you offer the EAP as a resource and monitor work performance improvements. A mandatory referral requires the employee to use the EAP as a condition of continued employment.
Hey, got your voicemail. Did you need to see me?
Yeah, come on in. Have a seat.
What's up?
Cole, you've always been a really productive worker, and you've had 4 great performance reviews. But something's changed. And I want to talk to you about your performance now before your next review to see if you can turn some things around.
Okay. What things?
Well, you were late on May 7th, May 21st, and June 4th. And on May 21st, you were more than an hour late.
That was the flat tire thing.
Understandable. If it had just been that once, I wouldn't think any more of it. But 3 times in less than 30 days? And you've also taken 2 days off in the last 30 days without prior notice. Both on Mondays. And I saw the argument you had with Jack. And then I had to break up an argument between you and Ricardo. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. So, you've obviously been keeping a lot of notes on me. Am I being fired?
No. Now I'm concerned that your lateness and your anger are interfering with getting your job done. So I'm going to ask that you call the EAP, and they're going to help you set some goals to improve your performance. We've had a lot of employees go through it. Everything's done in confidence, No one ever has to know that you've called the EAP.
Now you think I'm crazy.
No one said anything about being crazy. What the EAP does is help you figure out things that are going on that are keeping you from doing your job. Then, they take care of it.
What if I don't want to go?
Well, unless your performance improves, you give me very few alternatives.
Well, I guess I better give him a call then, huh? Doesn't look like I have much of a choice, so.
Look, the EAP is great. We've had a lot of employees go through it. Everything's in confidence. You know, you're part of a team, and we want you to be a good team member, and we know you can.
Some supervisors find it difficult to confront an employee. Keep in mind that letting performance slip until you have no choice but to let the employee go costs the employee a job and the company an employee. The EAP can help your employee improve performance. Your organization has a lot invested in every employee. Your role as a supervisor is to help the people that work for you do their best. Think about these steps when making a formal referral. First, meet with the employee. Be sure that you meet in private. This lets the employee know that you've started a formal process for a serious problem. Talk about the evidence you've documented. The employee needs to be crystal clear about your reason for making the referral. The big don't. Don't ask about or discuss personal problems. If your employee starts to bring up personal concerns, talk about the different roles. The EAP is for personal problems while you focus on work. Remember to tell the employee that the mandatory referral is meant to help the employee improve performance. It's not a punishment. It's an opportunity to get a problem solved. It also shows the employer's commitment.
Cole's been regular in his attendance with recommendations, but right now I'd like to hear from you. What kind of progress has Cole made in his performance?
Things seem okay. I'm just worried that things are gonna go south, like Cole and Jack are gonna get into it again.
You have some concerns about Jack?
Well, his work's good. He's just on edge a lot. Not focused like he used to be. I don't know, maybe something's going on at home.
You know now not to get into his personal problems. But if you can point to concerns in his work performance, you might remind him about the EAP as a resource.
That's a great idea.
Let's get back to Cole. Are you ready to follow up with him and let him know he's doing a better job?
Like I said, I just don't trust it.
So you don't think he can keep meeting expectations? But tell me, Bill, when you compare how he is today with how he was when you made the referral, what would you say?
No, he's doing better. A lot better.
It's important for him to hear that from you. We talked about continuing to document your observations. You've done that, right?
Well, it's hard for me to document that he hasn't been late and that he hasn't been blowing up at people, and I just don't feel comfortable asking Jack to tell me how Cole's doing.
Absolutely, Bill. But can you say that he's been on time for the past month, or that he's getting along better with his coworkers?
Yeah, I could say that.
Just remember the importance of follow-up. Schedule a meeting with him to talk about improvement. Let him know you're pleased with the way he's really turning this thing around.
Okay, great. This has been really helpful. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Once you've followed up with the employee, remember that continued communication is essential. It's not in anyone's best interest to let an employee know about poor performance when you're forced to make hard choices. Instead, use the EAP, both for management consultation and to help employees get back on track. Remember, too, that people change at different rates. While you may not see immediate improvement, you can be sure that New Directions will continue to work with you until the problem is resolved to your satisfaction. New Directions EAP was designed to be an additional management tool, one that you can call on to help retain valued employees. We look forward to helping your employees solve problems so that they can be more productive at work. For more information, contact your HR department, your New Directions account executive, or call the EAP Resource Center 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The EAP is always here for you.